All right. Uh, I saw something. I forgot to reply. I don't remember. This one right here. I can't really pronounce the. What is this? Mr. Guchos. All right. I have an answer for that. It says, well, that's what I had in mind, but it won't be possible for now. You see, I have too much of a long ways to go with this truck, and I don't feel like it's necessary to waste my time continuing on this job anymore because my time is up on this job only. I would have to try again at another fresh start at another European truck job. So I think, hold on a second. Said read more. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I got that in mind, all right. But I also mentioned, you probably didn't remember. Yeah, I did show you something. I know it's here somewhere. The part where the mechanic wrote down, he wrote down the amount of mileage from the time the overhaul was done on this truck, on this engine, this Cummins ISX engine. He said it was done in 2016. He went on the computer. He gave me a small piece of paper about that big and that wide. Yeah, it was overhauled in 2016, and he subtracted the current miles from the last month or so, or 2 months, from the time I asked him. And from that till the time in 2016. So this old engine from 2011, with the whole truck 2011, of course, it was overhauled in 2016. So it had a brand new kit in it and recess barrels. Well, I don't know if I call them recess barrels. I'm not sure if I'm using the right terminology. Recess cylinder barrels and pistons, rings, and etc. So that was done in 16 somewhere. And he calculated and subtracted the current miles from back then, and it came up to, subtracted the miles from then to now from the 1 million miles that's on the speedometer gauge, and it came down to 500,000 plus, 556 or something like that. So he said, yeah, any truck that's ever started brand new with any American truck company or any owner operator or private use or whatever, when you max out over the road, let's say all right, for example, I started out brand new in this one. This one was brand new, according to what I remember. It was 27 miles on the entire tractor. So that one, I maxed out, how much? 200, close to 300,000 miles. From 27 miles to 290 something thousand, according to what I remember. Close to 300,000 since I left it. So within a year and a half somewhere. So actually, if that one had reached 500,000 miles, just like any other truck, from the start, from 2001, I learned that 500,000 miles, that's when they'll consider selling it, like auctioning it off, or what do you call it, get it bought and sold, like how I moved into that one. Because my dispatch manager, when I was a company driver, I moved from a Volvo similar to this one, and move it into 11107 right here, because it had reached somewhere between 500,000 and 600,000 miles. So this one has 500 plus, 500 and a half, somewhere. I just don't feel like looking for the paper right now. I know it's somewhere down there. Maybe I'll find it. I don't know. But he said it can go another year or so. It can go about another year, you know, doing some stressful routines like pulling trailers and stuff, you know, OTR use. He said it's good enough to go for another year. But he doesn't remember overhauling the cylinder head. So I'm worried about that too. I'm pretty sure it hasn't been overhauled. I don't think so. Because the valve guides wouldn't be leaking and stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, it's like the overhaul is almost due, but it's still good enough. But the thing is, I'm not gonna waste my time sticking it out on this job anymore. You know, it's like $1,300 most of the time, and then a couple of $100 every once in a while is not good enough. Not only that, last year in 23, right after I started working, as soon as the first 1 or 2 weeks kicked in, I said to myself, I'm thinking of maxing out 8 months to a year just so I can get one of these trucks. Or some kind of truck. I didn't think I was going to buy one of these. I thought I was going to buy some truck from a website somewhere. And then later on, that's when I found out that they got, you know, I actually got kind of nosy and start walking in the bushes between them trucks. And I saw this black Volvo, and it had the logo on it, our company logo. And I said, wait a minute, I think I better check it out. I want to see if I could buy this because I'm looking for a Volvo. Plus, I see a 13-speed or an 18-speed in there. So I went chasing after it. So that's when I got hooked. And that's when I made a decision. And then another one, a twin brother or sister came up next to the other one. And that's when I realized, I said, oh shoot, now there's two of them. And then I got curious. So now I went chasing after some other truck on the website, and I told my boss I gotta go to Connecticut, and he didn't like that. He wanted to stop me from doing that. He tried to force me away from it. So that's when I got the truck that had one of my best transmissions that I want. It's got my best color, and it's got one of my best engines. So it's like I landed on this one and I decided to take it. This one was also in one piece. Some of the minor parts are dead, but I restored it anyways. And so far, this truck is not really destroyed. It's just worn. And I would have to say it's almost expired, or it's beyond limit where it shouldn't be. But it's still good enough to hang 10 with them cars out there. So this thing is in good shape. It can pull an empty trailer across state lines, all right. It's just that I don't want to. I'm not going to put no stress and load on it because that thing is not only past 1 million miles. It feels beat up. It feels pretty beat up, but it holds pretty good, and it drives pretty damn good. It holds stable. It can hold a stable pace through wind current and stuff, but it's still got some minor play in the steering wheel, and the gear stick is a little shabby, but it holds good in one piece. You know what I'm saying? So what my reason for not doing any authority with it is because I'm trying to save it for myself. I'm saving what's left of it. I'm scared of it getting broke. But at the same time, you said it's better off for getting internal. Now let me tell you, the mechanic gave me an estimate. It's gonna cost $40,000 to get that thing overhauled. You're talking about the price, probably 50. I don't know, somewhere about You know, some places they will charge 30,000, including you got to buy the kit. He said the kit would cost 20,000, 25, and labor you're looking at 10,000, $15,000, maybe $10,000 labor. I would say more than that. $15,000 labor, $30,000 for the kit, somewhere about, and you combine them together. So this thing is not easy. Not only that, the kind of little bit of 1,000 a week, close to 1,000, sometimes less, sometimes a little bit more, is not good enough. Not only that, like I said, I had already made a decision between, actually last year, I said I'd rather max out 8 months to a year on this job just to get a truck. And so I did. It is close to a year now. It's past 8 months already. It's about 4 more months down the road. We're heading into December. We just started in November. Today's November 7th. No, today's November 5th. So it's like I already made a decision. And not only that, things already caved in on me. It got worse. So my plans were right, and it caved in on me at the right time. As you can see, I'm not only here sitting around, with my laptop computer. I'm not in my company's truck anymore forever. I'm in my personal merchandise right here. You see the speaker on the wall? That's pretty much a Volvo speaker. And there's one over here. And there's 2 more underneath, as a matter of fact. Yeah, there's 2 more underneath the bunk. There's 1 in each door and 2 more on the dashboard. I did not install them. These are stock market speakers. So that's proof that it's my truck. This is the same black Volvo I'm talking about. So the thing is, I got too many reasons why I am not allowing myself to continue on this job. So, no, I'm not mad at nobody. I'm just telling you. Like, you remember that last video? No, not the last one. The last one where y'all saw, when y'all saw the air cleaner, you saw me switching out air cleaners from the old truck to the other one. Well, before that, I shot a video in the dark when I was sitting in one of them company trucks, the white Kenworth. I had shot a video of me saying that I already met the deadline and I'm not coming back. So I really meant what I said. I've been sitting around now for pretty much 2 weeks, I think. Let me see if I can figure it out. Pretty much 2 weeks, going on to 3 weeks. I would say 2 weeks, not 3. I've been sitting around for 2 weeks now. And I'm not in any shape to really go do anything at this moment. So I still got to work on this truck first, because the DPF is suffocating the exhaust system. It's suffocating everything on the truck. I found out why all of that black stuff is accumulating on them fuel filters that went to waste. Them them fuel separator filters. I already changed about 8 of them within 2 months. 8 or 9 of them in 2 months. The DPF is shoving some kind of carbon back into the intake system. It's circling around, it's making its way into it. And not only that, I had ordered 3 cans of DPF carbon deposit cleaner or soot cleaner. And they do work. It's just that you have to keep putting more and more in the fuel tank at a certain level until it clears out. And you got to drive it too. You gotta drive it and max out the RPMs. It works all right, but the thing is, this truck is jerking and stabbing now, and it's missing power. It's lacking power, on and off. So the best way to get to it, they say there's 2 ways you can clean it out. You could throw the throw the DPF treatment into the fuel tank. That's one way. It can clear it out and make you throttle, but it's not gonna last. It depends on how stuffed up and how packed the DPF is. It usually doesn't stay that way. So far, I've put 8 bottles already. It cleared out a little. It cleared out more. It didn't clear out most of the way. It cleared out, but it keeps stabbing and jerking again. It will clear out for a while, but you gotta keep the RPMs low and you gotta shift gears fast in order for it not to do that. Because when the RPM needle raise up, it starts jerking and stabbing and it's missing power and stuff. So the second way to get to it is to take out the DPF and take it apart and remove the filter and put some of that DPF treatment in it and hose it out, pressurize it, or however it may go. In an MSN, they said to make for better results, use lime juice. Pour it into the soot, into the DPF filter, not in the fuel tank. When I take out the DPF, and you can see down there, already got started. I mean, not started. Already got prepared. You can see that hydraulic jack, that mini hydraulic jack I just bought. I got that from Walmart. That is for the DPF unit. If any other reason, like I'll probably use that for the, what do you call it? The APU, the APU unit. Like if I wanted to go underneath it, I'll raise it up because I seen a hydraulic jack underneath one of these trucks already. One of those mechanics, other trucks, one of my company trucks. And I could use it for that reason too. Or I could use that to, if in case if I gotta replace that raggedy deer guard that's on the front of this truck, I could use that to hold it up. Use that for various stuff, So I bought that hydraulic jack strictly for the DPF, because when I unbolt the straps, when I take the straps off the exhaust system, I'm gonna have to lower it and push it away from the truck and take those straps apart. And not to mention, this came with the truck when I bought it. I did not buy this. The previous owner, he had this. This confused me when I first saw it. Now it's starting to catch. It already caught up to me. This is a DPF gasket. You can see that it's got 2 of them in there, because I don't know. I wish I could draw it and show you, but that DPF unit, it stands. It stands from here up to here somewhere. It's about that tall, and it's round. It's like a barrel shape. Damn, I wish I could go outside. I forget. It's kind of like a barrel shape. It's like a canister, and it's got a big old exhaust pipe from the bottom going up and out the back of the truck, and it's got another one at the top coming out the side and going straight to the turbocharger. And those 2 gaskets I just showed you, the top section, the middle section, and the bottom half, it's really, I'm thinking it's really for the, it's for the top section and the bottom. Like it's for the top of the middle and the bottom of the middle. That's what those gaskets are for. I'm pretty sure I know I got that right, because there's only 2 gaskets right there, and there's only there's 3 sections, but there's only 2 different parts in between. It's kind of hard to explain. So My DPF, all right, the DPF is my worst worry right now with the truck. So, other than that, everything else that's kind of disorganized or messed up is still in one piece. But I would have to get that particular problem of the truck in shape first. I'm thinking I better go job hunting as soon as I get that DPF fix. Cause I can't stay broke for so long. Yeah, I'm down to a few bucks, yes. But I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. So it's like I choose this, or it's either this or quit the job. Not only that, I told myself my time is up. And a lot of things already caved in on me, so it's no use. And another thing, let me see, hold up. I forgot. I don't remember what I was gonna say. I must have been talking about one subject too long. Anyways, let me go back to where I left off. The thing is, I'm thinking I might, hopefully I'm thinking of doing some kind of odd job, because I'm not too comfortable with, I'm not too comfortable with pulling people's freight though. I don't know. It's like I can't fill in the blanks. I'm not gonna worry myself over that. I don't have no control over that. I'm thinking of doing some kind of odd job on the side, or some kind of special job. You know, like I guess pulling people's merchandise. I don't mean certified merchandise. Like one of them private outside volunteer work or something. You know, like transferring people's merchandise to another warehouse in another state, across state lines and stuff like that. Of course, I know I gotta follow DOT rules and stuff, but I'm talking about, I don't want to work for no authorized company. I mean, authority company. Excuse me. I don't feel like going through that. Maybe it's because I'm in the wrong part of the state I'm working for. Maybe I'm working for the wrong company at the wrong time. I know I came to the right place, all right. But I did say I need to leave between 8 months and a year. So since it is that, and now things caved in on me, it's time for me to go. And things have been getting bad on this job. Not only that, I'm not allowed to choose which direction I want to travel. You know, like from Illinois to Florida, because those loads pay better. So I'm restricted from that. So that makes it 5 more times worse. So, I can't, not only that, my last paycheck was even $128. And that was what, 2 loads? Nah, it's like, it won't work. So, I guess maybe I probably might have said enough. I'm not too sure. But you said something about, how's it going? Shouldn't you get the internal? It wouldn't be such a bad idea, but it's not that important. It did have an overhaul from 2016, and it has 500 plus after the overhaul, 500,000 miles after overhaul, and it's due for another one somewhere. It's good enough, the mechanic says it's good enough to go for another year somewhere, and then, it's time. But this truck is not pulling any loads, so it's good enough to last another 2 years, but I'm not planning on letting it stay like this forever. So it's more like I'm still gonna have to work on another company truck and stash away some dollars and kind of work my way from the outside. And then when I get this truck to reasonable condition, then I could probably start owner operator with it. And then while I'm doing owner operator, I get paid much faster. And then I can use that money I can invest money in the engine. I could do overhaul the cylinder head, overhaul the transmission, and get the clutch refreshed, and that will be it. I'll probably say, yeah, that would be a good idea. I gotta start working on the outside part of the engine and the other parts of the truck. And when it's in reasonable condition, then I'll go owner operator, and then I'll stash away money again and use the owner operator money for the internal side of the engine and the cylinder head and stuff. And then after that, probably should go on authority then. My own authority. So, I mean, that's the best way I can put it. I can't, but right now, yeah, the engine overhaul is not really so important. I figured it out. So, being on this job is too measly pay. It's not worth it. So, my time was already up anyways. It's time for me to leave. So, I'm not even gonna waste my time anymore. All right, I don't know what else to say. So, as of right now, I gotta deal with the DPF situation, and because this truck really ain't shape to, you can't even max out. Right now, it got worse. The DPF system had made it worse, and it's hardly ever gonna max out between 55 and 60 for right now. So I gotta fix the DPF situation, then I'll probably go job hunting after that. But I'm not gonna be using this truck to work in. I'm just gonna take this truck and go to the job site and work on another company job for a while until I feel my way up. All right, that's it. If I got anything else to say, I'll say it.